On this episode of Trying Not to Sink, we leave Stiltsville and head up the Florida coast to West Palm. After a fun night, we cruise the ICW to Vero and bicycle down to the beach.
So here we are hanging out on the side of our boat because the sun is everywhere else on our boat, right?
Yeah, every place we sit. And we have a great view here too.
Yeah. This is Biscayne National Park, no name.
No name harbor's over there. I don't know the name of this park.
Yeah, I think it's Biscayne National Park. But anyway, so we're sitting here. I'm drinking wine. Of course, the captain has a martini, and we're on the side of the boat. If this is too wide to tell how far we are from the stilt houses, but that's pretty cool. And then, of course, it's all beautiful here. And if you go all the way around, back there is Miami. This is a hatch. It's called a scoop. And what it does is the way you're anchored, the wind's coming that way and the current. But it sucks the wind into the boat and through the boat. Nice feature. We're having Bratsworth with my homemade sauerkraut. And all I do with this sauerkraut is I cut the cabbage off, add about a tablespoon of salt, crush it in, and then jam it in a jar and let it sit for a little bit. And I do put salt on top to stop any bacteria. And you have the best damn sauerkraut you will ever have in your life. Oh, and when you cook it, don't forget to add beer. Sit that sauerkraut in a mason jar for 4 days. It's good. The longer the better, the more sour it gets, but you have to remember to rinse sauerkraut. That's what my German girlfriend taught me. You have to rinse it and then cook it. The chain guard did its job, but it lifted up.
What did the chain get pulled?
Well, on the snubber,
yeah,
it has been not staying loose and pulling tight. And I guess that's what happened. So, looks like you could just screw it in different spots, right? We're not going to find that in West Palm. Or, yeah, so...
No, it's... I could remake the whole thing out of teak or something too if we needed to, but I'm not going to be doing that project on the road, so.
Right. Goes on the lip. Well, we're leaving our sweet anchor spot, and we are heading to North Palm, Sailfish. We've been there before. If we can get a spot.
Yeah, well, that's the plan. We'll see how things go along the way. It's a kind of a cloudy day today, a little bit cooler than it has been. But the water is very calm. We should have very little wind again, and I think 1 to 2 foot waves. It should be a pretty easy cruise. This is a nice place to anchor. My only complaint about it would be the jerks who go flying by. A lot of people in this area don't seem to care that people are anchored. There's a lot of room to get by, but I've had people go by on plane 100 feet from the boat, where we're clearly anchored in between us and another anchored boat. And I don't know why anyone would do that, but other than that, this is a pretty sweet place to anchor if you're heading down to the Keys.
Yeah, you figured maybe they don't anchor and they don't realize you have stuff out that can crash or break, or you know, you're just in your comfy zone. No reason to make it uncomfortable.
But this should be a fairly long cruise today, about 7 hours, I suppose. We're going to skip Fort Lauderdale. At least that's the plan, unless something goes wrong. We're going to go right on past up to Palm. And just because we spent so much time in Lauderdale this year, we figured we'll spend some time somewhere else. And we'll check in later or along the way.
Yeah, we were hoping that since it's the weekend, I think, that we can get a spot at Sailfish. And if we can't, back up Fort Lauderdale, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or further.
Roger out. And here's the beauty. Beautiful anchorage. I'd recommend it. Here is Stiltsville, and it originally contained 27 houses. There are 7 left. All of them were taken out by hurricane storms. They wanted to tear them down. It's now part of the state park, but people fought it, and the state said that they can keep them up there, but if a storm takes them out, they cannot rebuild them. Some of them still hold private leases. One of them is still active because I saw the lights on last night. So pretty cool, right? They should preserve it. It's a time that went by. Oh, there was like a girls' bikini club there. There was a gentleman's club. And then private homes. One was the Hicks, believe it or not. All right, that's that.
Close to the big rain that I see in front of me, it keeps moving away from me. Anyone notice that my windshield wipers are a lot quieter? Thanks, Rachel. Just a little bit of oil here and there took care of that. It's actually the motors, not the blades.
Sunny, rainy. Here we are once again at Sailfish Marina. And you know what? It's one of the few marinas that are opened at 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. So you don't have to like kill yourself to get to the marina before they close if you need help getting your boat on. And out here are those little like cabin boats that I guess people party on. Over there is what's called Peanut Island, and it's like a park. But it's not like a park, it's a park. And it's pretty cool. Okay, this is just between me and you. This is the second time we ran into this Hatteras. It's a newer version. And Ed likes it. And I'm like, no, 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 no. So, why does it keep following me? That electric's killed. We're leaving Sailfish Marina and we're heading to
Probably Fort Pierce or Vero Beach, not sure yet.
and I think it's gonna be a nice day. This is the inlet. It's not too bad. It's a little wavy and a bunch of little boats on it, but that's a good thing. They're all having fun fishing. Big cruise ships come through this. That's pretty amazing, and freight boats. Cut. And look at that. And gigantic yachts too. So we're off to a new adventure.
Yes. Sailfish is nice. It's a very nice marina. It's a higher end marina. There's a lot of very nice sport fishing boats there. Although there was a tournament, so some of them may have been transients. We happened to show up on a day of some sort of benefit tournament. I didn't learn much about it, but it brought a lot of people in. So it was kind of busy. I'm surprised we even got a slip. Anyway, we just hung out at the restaurant there last night and made a relatively early night because we wanted to get on our way, and we are heading out to the ocean. We should have 1 to 2 footers, 5 seconds apart, and maybe 8 knot winds, so it should be relatively calm out there. And we're only on for a 4 or 5 hour run, depending whether we go to Fort Pierce or Vero. We'll see how we do on time. I'm kind of thinking Vero. But we'll play it by ear, see who's a slip available. It's Saturday. Sometimes it's hard to get one on a Saturday. We'll let you know.
I'll let you know if we have to find a place to anchor out or not. Anyway, off to a new adventure, like I said. Look at us, we're like Speed Racer. 11.4 knots. Woohoo! These people are just busting through these sailboats with these waves. It's insane. It's so rude. This is why I hate coming out on weekends.
It's an amateur hour.
This guy's gonna cross right in front of us slow. Oh my god. Too much, too much. And they're all drinking, so they're being silly. Someone got in trouble. Definitely the weekend. Boats are everywhere. Right now we're waiting for the North Fort Pierce Bridge to open.
On the book it says it opens on signal, but they actually look like they open up every half hour.
Vero Beach City Marina, Vero Beach City Marina. This is Triton. Vero Beach North City.